down the meat and will come forth and serve them. Can you imagine that? What kind of food, if we make it, Most High will, Mashiach Yahushua gonna serve us. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, I mean, he said people gotta be watching, and find them so, blessed are those servants. If he come in the first watch, third watch, second watch, third watch, and he find you still working in this truth, in this vineyard, say, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, you knew what hour the thief come, he coming like a thief, he would have watched. You'd have been watching. That's why we require signs, so he's giving you a sign. You watching. You watching. You paying attention to everything in your house. You knew this thief getting ready to come, you've been watching for him. And when you think he's coming through the window, pow, you getting him. Or you're gonna get him one way or another. Somewhere you're gonna get him. And just know that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through. Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. You ain't gonna know when he's coming. That's why I said, in 2 Timothy 3 and 10. I believe it's, but the day of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua will come as a thief in the night. That's what he just said. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Hear that? He coming like a thief. That's what I said. That's why he said in Luke 12 and 40, be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. How's he coming? Just day of the Most High through the Mashiach Yahushua will come as a thief in the night. 2 Peter 3 and 10. Coming a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, the elements shall melt with fervent heat, over 1 million degrees Fahrenheit. In the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, whatever you see, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and righteousness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High through Mashiach Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire, this earth that we're on right now, and the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. See? Nevertheless, we, the elect, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's what we're waiting on. That's what this is all about. But you can't receive it if you have that mindset of these Pharisees that we're going over today. You're not going to see it. They rejected the Mashiach Yahushua. They were against him. And that's why when you say, okay, okay, let's go to another case scenario that they were dealing with. They were always tempting them, always testing. Like we go out and we teach, you see these people come up and they always coming with this and coming with that. Or some of you Hebrew Israelites, as I say, you coming against each other for whatever reason. When you have these Pharisees, these real political leaders, most of us are not into politics as Hebrew Israelites. These Pharisees were the political leaders of our people that was dealing with the Romans, the so-called Italian Caucasians. They were super part of the earth, and they were just like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and all the ones that call themselves reverends. You don't see them with no Bible on TV or nothing like that, but they call themselves reverends. But they caught up with the politics, you see? But they call themselves preachers. That's who the Pharisees are. The Sadducees were the religious leaders. Matthew 19 and 1. Well, I start at 1, yeah. And it came to pass that when the Mashiach had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. Great multitudes, he healed them all. Verse 3 is key. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for any cause? They tempted him. Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for any cause? And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. See? It didn't say to go to no justice of peace and go into no church, and the preacher gonna say, hey, I now pronounce, by the power invested in me for the state of New York, I now pronounce you man and wife. Where that's at in the Bible? Don't exist. That's why you can't go to no wedding and they're gonna sit there and read from the Bible and determine that you're married, unless they go to what marriage constitutes marriage. That's the only way. Wherefore they are no more twain, they're no more two, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let no man put asunder. What he said. They said to him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, the hardness of your minds, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. Say, from the beginning, the Most High, Most High hate separation. But we here in this day and time, well, I don't like you. And then you go and you leave and you go be with somebody else, quick, fast, in a hurry. Not everyone, but a lot of you have done this. A lot of you follow that tradition of the world. And I say unto you, he said, verse 9, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. She going over here dealing with some other idols and some other kind of powers and so forth, besides the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Or she go outside that marriage and be with another man. And shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whosoever marrieth her which is put away does commit adultery. See? So you marry a woman that's put away for this reason of fornication, you commit adultery. Better know what you're getting with, brothers. His disciples saying to him, listen what his disciples said. If the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. He said, well, if this the case, see, it's not good to marry. Listen where he went. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this same, save they to whom it is given. See, all the men can't receive this same, except for those that it was given to. But there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb. I mean, that's a man that don't deal with women. And there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men. Men made them eunuchs. And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. That's why the disciples were like, man, in the case of the man, be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. Then the Mashiach went into eunuchs. You know, don't deal with no woman. But he said that ain't for everybody to receive. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. Then were there brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them and pray. And the disciples rebuked them. Bring little children to them. All he wanted to do is put his hands on them and pray for them. But Mashiach said, suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. To leave these little children alone, man. So the kingdom of heaven is like these little children. And he laid his hands on them and departed thence. And behold, one came and said unto him, good master, check this out for all you that's talking about, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good. How you doing today? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Everybody say, I'm good. From the east to the west to the north to the south. How you doing? I'm good. This is what it says. And behold, one came and said unto him, this is verse 16 of Matthew the 19th chapter. Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? So he said, what good thing must I do to have eternal life? And he called him good master, a good master. This is what the Mashiach said. For all you Mashiach, all you that want to follow Mashiach, you want to follow the world, this is what he said. And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one. That is the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, you want to receive everlasting life, keep the commandments. So what are they teaching you? Not to keep the commandments. You're not under the law. So you're going to receive everlasting life and not keep the law, which are the commandments? He said, but if thou wilt enter into life, that's everlasting life, keep the commandments. He said unto him, which Mashiach said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, lie. Murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal, and don't lie. That's bearing false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbors thyself. He's given all the different commandments that pertain to loving thy neighbors thyself. The other side of it is loving the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and loving thy neighbors thyself. Those two commandments, all the commandments are based upon how we serve the Most High and how we serve each other. But he's dealing with him in a certain way, which we can find these in the 10 Commandments in Exodus 20th chapter. The young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Say, what do I lack? Mashiach said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor. Now, some of you out there saying that it's wrong to be helping the poor and taking care of the poor. This man asked, how do I receive eternal life? This is the second time today that we went into how he said, when I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I needed clothes, you gave me something to put on my back. See? He said, if thou will be perfect, you want to be perfect? He said, you want to be perfect? Go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me, he said. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful. For he had great possessions. He had a lot of possessions. So he went away sorrowful because he had a lot of possessions. Then said Mashiach to his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Somebody rich, they're going to hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. That's a little archway in Israel. It's not talking about the eye of a needle that you thread a needle and sew with. That's a little archway. And that camel won't get down there to put that hump. Because it's afraid that hump will get caught within that door. It says, and again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle, a little archway in Israel, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. When the disciples heard it, they were exceeding amazed, saying, who then can be saved? So that you know that they had things. Peter's house, I mean, I have a foundation footage of, Israel, and Peter's house was huge. He had a nice house. That's why he said, who then can be saved? But Mashiach beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, or with the Most High all things are possible. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have here therefore? So we done forsaken everything and followed you. So when people say, okay, well, I can't forsake this, I got to do this, I got to do this, they forsake everything and follow the Mashiach Yahushua for this work. And the Mashiach Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, for by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. See? Many that were called in first, gonna be last. But if you endure, that's why he told us this. Why he says, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Reason why he's saying this. Look at Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So if you don't endure to the end, you can't expect the salvation to come to you. That's why I said, but many that are first, Luke 19 and 30, shall be last, and the last shall be first. Because you got to endure to the end to be saved. And the end is not yet. Therefore, you got to continue in this. You got to keep fighting the good fight. Don't give up, y'all. Don't give up. Because you wasted a lot of years of your time to give up, and then you're going to have to receive the same judgment as the Gentiles, these other nations, and 2/3 of our people. Here go another one. Matthew 22 and 15. Oh yeah, it's going on and on and on, man. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. How we gonna catch him up in his speech. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of the Most High in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, but thou regardest not the person of men. You didn't have no respect for the person, just like the Most High did. Most High respected Israel. We come together. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? What do you think? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Now they're trying to catch him so they can form a case against him. But Mashiach perceived their wickedness and said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Call them hypocrites again. Why you trying to tempt me, you hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. Show me the money that existed in that day. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? Whose face is on this penny? They said to him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things that are the Most High's. See? That's why, they try to ask him, is it right for him to pay taxes to the government, the Roman government? He said, render unto Caesar, unto the Romans, what is the Romans, and render unto the Most High the things which are the Most High's. When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way.